let's dive into a growing trend that is reshaping the traditional American family household: multi-generational living. Multi-generational homes are gaining traction among diverse groups, from both younger and older generations to first-time homebuyers. Multi-generational living is becoming more and more common here in the United States, but why? Why is multi-generational living becoming so popular? Is it just a trend, a fad, or is it something that is going to be more prominent in how Americans view a typical household? That is the question we're going to look to answer today, and later in the video, I'm going to be taking you through a multi-generational home with its own private mother-in-law suite to give you a first-hand look at what multi-generational living could look like here in the future. Let's get right into it. Let's break down what we mean by multi-generational living. Multi-generational living includes family members from different generations, like grandparents, parents, and children, sharing a single home. These homes often feature individual suites for privacy while maintaining shared spaces for family interaction. For an even better description of multi-generational homes, visit my website, moveeastflorida.com. I wrote a blog there specifically about multi-generational living. You can also find a ton more information about Florida's East Coast, which is the area I work as a real estate agent. For many countries around the world, multi-generational living is normal. In many Asian and African countries, living in extended family households is common and culturally expected. In contrast, Western European and North American countries have traditionally lower rates of multi-generational living, although these rates have been increasing in recent years due to economic pressures and changes to the social norm. In America, the cultural expectation for young adults to move out and establish their own households upon reaching 18 years of age has been a hallmark of achieving independence. However, the evolving economic landscape has significantly altered this traditional trajectory for many young Americans. The skyrocketing cost of living, combined with the rising cost of education, has made it significantly harder for young adults to buy their first household. The burden of student loan debt, which has reached unprecedented levels, often consumes a substantial portion of their income, limiting their ability to afford living expenses independently. If they're renting, it's even tougher. Rent prices have soared, and even if you have the money, oftentimes the barrier to rent, such as amazing credit, no pets, and other financial requirements, make it incredibly difficult, even if you have the money to rent. Let's not forget the biggest challenge of all for all new home buyers, young and old alike: the current state of the housing market and the high interest rates. However, it's not all about young people. With the aging population, many families are turning to multi-generational homes as a compassionate and practical solution for elder care. As baby boomers age, the demand for elderly care is surging, especially here in Florida. Couple that with high costs and emotional toll of nursing homes, insufficient Social Security benefits, fixed income, and you'll find that multi-generational living offers a way to ensure that our elders receive care, support, and the companionship they need, all while maintaining their dignity and independence within the family home. With all these factors making it incredibly difficult for both younger and older generations to buy their own properties, many people, many Americans, are saying that the American dream of owning a home is dead. However, maybe that dream isn't dead, and we just need to reevaluate how we view the typical American family household. To better understand the situation we're currently in, let's take a look at some statistics. In 2023, the average age for a first-time homebuyer was 35 years of age, down from a historic high of 36 years of age just last year. In the past 25 years, housing prices have more than doubled. In 2000, the median sales price for a home was approximately $169,000, and by 2023, it had increased to $382,000. With those two statistics in mind, I don't find it to be a coincidence that the percentage of multi-generational homes in America has also more than doubled, from 7% in 1971 to 18% in 2021. In fact, 25% of US adults aged 25 to 34 resided in multi-generational family households in 2021, up from just 9% in 1971. I'm 27, and recently I moved out of a multi-generational family home, so I was a part of that statistic. My wife and I just got done staying at my parents' house while we saved up for our new construction home. Meanwhile, my parents were also doing daycare for my nephew almost every day. So it was me, my Hispanic wife, a newborn baby, and my 60-year-old parents all under one roof. There were lots of great things about living in that multi-generational space that I really liked, but there's also a lot of things that I didn't like. So let's start with the good things first. 1, financial flexibility. The cost savings of sharing a home means splitting bills, splitting mortgage payments and maintenance costs, even chores. And in fact, every demographic of Black, white, Hispanic, and Asian residents living in multi-generational households were less likely to live in poverty. Living at home was undoubtedly the only reason that my wife and I were able to save money for our new construction home. If we were to rent, we would be giving more than 25% of our household income just to rent. So living in a multi-generational home really allowed us to save up money, to feel financially comfortable to go ahead and purchase a home, even in a turbulent time. Number 2, built-in support system. You have a built-in support system right at home, whether it's childcare, elder care, or just someone to water your plants while you're away. Living with family usually means that you have a helping hand. For me, I have 2 French bulldogs, Cardi and Kylo. So it was great to know that if I needed, my parents could watch both my dogs, and neither my dogs nor my parents would need to go anywhere. Number 3, strengthen family bonds. Another great thing about living in a multi-generational home for the past 2 years was just how active I was in my family's life. I got to see my nephew almost every day and watch him grow. We had so many family dinners, and overall we just did so many more things as a family. Now let's talk about the cons, the not so good thing about living in a multi-generational home. First one being privacy and space. Sometimes you just need your space, and in a house full of people, that can be sometimes hard to come by. Finding a nice corner for a quiet Zoom call or a spot to unwind can feel like a mission, especially when everyone's home schedule syncs up with yours. Number 3, differing lifestyles and values. When generations collide, so can lifestyles and values. Maybe you're a night owl, but your grandparents are up with the sun, or perhaps your idea of relaxing the evening involves loud music and rocking out, but maybe that doesn't quite gel well with the rest of the household. Navigating these differences requires patience and a whole lot, and I mean a whole lot, of compromise. The third con is decision-making complications. Ever tried deciding on dinner with a group? Yeah, it's tough sometimes. Now imagine that, but with every household decision. From who does the chores, who takes out the trash, home renovations, weekend plans. More people means more opinions, and finding common ground can sometimes feel like a diplomatic negotiation. Now, I want to give you a first-hand look at what a multi-generational home could look like. So this is the Lelia floor plan built by Hovnanian Homes here in beautiful Fort Pierce, Florida. This floor plan has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in the main living area and a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom private suite. In total, it has 1,917 square feet and a 2-car garage. This floor plan will start at $396,990. This floor plan will have 2 separate entrances in the front of the house, one for the private suite and one for the main living area. The private suite will come with a bedroom, bathroom, washer and dryer, and a half kitchen as well. The private suite connects to the main house by a door, which does have a lock on it, so you can have your privacy when needed, while also having the option to open it up to flow into the main living area. The private suite also has additional sound insulation to cut down on the noise and give you even more privacy. Whether you're taking care of an elderly parent and you want to keep them close by while still having a little bit more privacy, or maybe you just have some older or younger kids that need to stay with you and they need their own space, this floor plan really works perfectly for many different scenarios. Heck, even if multi-generational living isn't for you, you can rent out that private suite and use that as rental income to help pay for your mortgage payment. And you can even use that potential rental income to get pre-approved for a higher amount through your lender. So let's ask ourselves, what does the future hold for multi-generational living? Well, as we look ahead, the trajectory of multi-generational living seems poised for continued growth driven by both necessity and preference. But what specific trends and developments can we anticipate in the coming years? 1. Architectural innovation. I expect to see a surge of home designs that cater specifically to multi-generational families. Architects and builders, like the one we just saw, are already recognizing the need for flexible living spaces that can adapt to evolving family dynamics. Features like separate entrances, soundproofing, and adaptable common areas could become standard in new home designs, making multi-generational living not just feasible, but comfortable and desirable. Second thing to look out for is policy and planning. On a broader scale, urban planning and housing policies may shift to accommodate and even encourage multi-generational living. This could mean changes in zoning laws to allow for more accessory dwelling units, or ADUs as we call them, or maybe even incentives for developers to create multi-generational family-friendly housing complexes. Such policies would not only support the demand for multi-generational living, but they also would address the broader issues like housing affordability and urban density. Third thing to look out for, shifting societal norms. As more people embrace multi-generational living, we may see a significant change in societal attitudes towards family structure and independence. The stigma associated with adult children living in their mom's basement or at home, or the elderly moving in with their offspring, could diminish, leading to a more inclusive understanding on what constitutes a normal American household. The fourth thing to look out for is the economical impact that multi-generational homes will have on the real estate market. The economic implications of this shift could be profound. With families pooling together resources, there might be a change in spending patterns, saving rates, and even the way we buy real estate. The demand for larger homes with versatile living spaces could rise, potentially stabilizing markets in regions where multi-generational living becomes more prevalent. With all that being said, I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Is multi-generational living just a fad that you think will go away, or do you think multi-generational living will become a more prominent part of how Americans live? I'd also love to know your experience, if you have any, with multi-generational living. How did that work out for you and your family? Write your reply down below in the comment section. Well everyone, this is a different style of video than I typically do, so I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on this video. I am a real estate agent here on Florida's East Coast, so if you need any help there, please give me a call, a text, an email. I'd love to help you out if you're considering moving to our slice of paradise here in sunny Florida. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.